We want to talk about the presidential election, okay? But I want to ask you, who are you pulling for? Raise your hand. Obama. You pulling for Obama. Who you pulling for? And if you pulling for John McCain, that's fine. Say him as well. Obama.
John McCain.
Oh Lord, John McCain.
John McCain.
Oh Jesus, John McCain. Okay, now I want to ask you something. Why are you pulling for John McCain? And it's okay, but why are you pulling for John McCain?
I think it's because my parents are going for him too.
Barack is going to end that war in Iraq. What do you all know about that war in Iraq? Talk, because your dad is military. Talk. It's a senseless war. And by the way, Kathy, the person that you're picking for president said that our troops could stay in Iraq for another 100 years if they need to. So that means your daddy could stay in the military for another 100 years.
Our education establishments, through school, college and university, have been so completely hijacked by the liberal left, who actually, in the classical OED definition of it, are the most illiberal people I've ever seen or met in my life. And they have bred amongst our younger people not just to be indoctrinated to one point of view, but to think the other point of view is unacceptable, should be protested against, and even should be banned. It is horrifying.
Your kid is yours and totally your responsibility. We haven't had a very collective notion of these are our children. So part of it is we have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents.
Why did this spot, and by the way, I've got a bunch of them, why did this one get so many tongues wagging? I think the notion that some people are just haters is simply too easy.
Who's this guy right here?
Barack Obama. Barack Obama.
Most of the kids, ages...
3. And 3 and 3 and 12. 4 and 3/4. 5.
know his name.
Barack Obama.
And they even understand the significance of the event.
There's never been a president with black skin before, only white skin.
Barack Hussein Obama. He said God must lend a hand to make his country strong again. Barack Hussein Obama. He said it must be fair today. Equal work means equal pay. Barack Hussein Obama.
Now's the moment, lift his voice to sing. Sing with all your heart. For our children, for our families, nations all join as one. Sing for joy and sing abundant peace. Courage, justice, hope. Sing together, hold each precious hand, lifting each other up. Sing for vision, sing for unity, lifting our hearts to sing.
This isn't the end of the world. Our democratic system works.
That's Matt McGregor's message to his AP government classes following Donald Trump's victory over Hillary Clinton.
Students say geometry teacher Kara Kelly danced in this Halloween costume in school to a profanity-laced song about Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump.
Hundreds of students walking out of class today in Los Angeles, one of several demonstrations we're seeing today in this 6th day of protests. In addition to those Los Angeles walkouts, we're also seeing walkouts in Montgomery County, Maryland. There are protests going on at the University of Houston, as well as in Washington, D.C.
On behalf of the University of Notre Dame, we are honored to welcome the 50th governor of our state and the 48th vice president of the United States, Michael Richard Pence.
Melissa Click was caught on video during campus protest in November, calling for muscle to remove a student journalist.
Her actions brought her a misdemeanor assault charge and widespread condemnation. Now she's apologizing.
I was embarrassed by my behavior. I believe it doesn't represent who I am as a person.
And I just want to share light on a situation that happened at Western Rockingham Middle School, where a teacher caused some of her students to stand up and apologize to other students based on their unequal opportunities of education. So I would like to know how our schools can allow an educator to humiliate, bully, and degrade children. This is not a matter of race, but a matter of a teacher using fear and the embarrassment of children to satisfy her own personal anger or beliefs.
Frank Navarro doesn't know when he'll be in front of the classroom again after one of his history lessons.
Why did you feel it was appropriate to compare Donald Trump to Hitler?
Because I think it is historically factual.
The Mountain View High teacher is accused of calling Trump Adolf Hitler and racist.
Hitler said he'd make Germany great again. Donald Trump said he'd make America great again.
The teacher says he can see why someone would be offended, but he says he was simply doing his job, that he hopes he returns too soon.
I think it's a heated time. I think we are polarized and that we have forgotten what it means to exchange ideas.
Pointing what appears to be a water gun at the image of President Donald Trump projected on a whiteboard, art teacher Pale Modi has now been seen by countless viewers across the internet. When the school district discovered the video on social media, it placed the teacher on administrative leave.
She did yell out the word die.
Well, yeah, but joking around, she actually didn't mean it.
The syphilitic Nazi in the white man's house. That is exactly how Professor Michael Green referred to our president. It's a very specific phrase, and yes, he's referring to the STD.
What is being taught now in the school? Are we indoctrinating these young adults, or are we actually trying to teach them something?
Our nation is divided. We have been assaulted. It's an act of terrorism. One of the most frightening things for me and most people in my life is that the people committing the assault are among us.
That's Orange Coast College professor Olga Perez Stable-Cox lashing out at Donald Trump in her human sexuality class. One student was so offended by the political speech he recorded it with his cell phone.
White supremacist and a vice president that is one of the most anti-gay humans in this country.
At this point, it's not even education anymore, it's indoctrination.
Tonight, the professors' union posted a warning on his page. It condemned the student who recorded the video, saying this is an illegal recording without the permission of the instructor. The student will be identified and may be facing legal action.
Hola, Donald Trump! Screaming, "Get out of my country!" Republicans use offensive words.
So here's a few of our own.
Fuck you, racist fuck!
I can support whomever I want to support as long as I don't browbeat another person for the candidate that they supported. Like I have some students that support John McCain. And when they told me that, I said, oh, that's good. And I went and I just moved on. So I think everybody's entitled to their own personal opinion. And we have something in our school system that's called kids voting. In my class, Barack Obama won. I voted for Bill Clinton. I'm a Democrat to my heart.